Hey, if you're a dog owner in Bloomington, you already know what a great town this is to have a dog. So this is your complete guide to finding the right professional trainer to make sure you and your pup can enjoy it all.
So here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll look at what makes training here in Bloomington unique. Then we'll get into the details on training methods and what credentials to look for. After that, we'll talk about different programs, what they cost, and the questions you should be asking. We'll wrap it all up with local rules and some great spots around town.
All right, let's jump right in and talk about what it's like to train a dog right here in Bloomington.
You know how it is. You want to take your dog for a walk on the beeline or hang out at the farmer's market. But life in Bloomington means you've got busy campus areas, crowded downtown streets, and lots of people and other dogs around. This is where having a well-behaved dog makes all the difference, making those outings fun instead of stressful.
Okay, so keeping those local spots in mind, how do you actually figure out if a trainer is the real deal? Let's talk about their methods and what kind of qualifications they should have. The approach that's really recommended by professionals today is positive reinforcement. Basically, it's all about using rewards like treats or praise to encourage the behaviors you want. It's a humane way to train that really builds a strong bond of trust with your dog and gets you results that actually stick. Now, don't let all these letters and acronyms overwhelm you. You don't need to memorize them. Think of them as a quick way to see that a trainer has put in the work. A certification like the CPDTK, for example, means they've passed a big test on their skills and knowledge. Really, what these show is a commitment to their profession and to using modern, effective methods. So once you've found a qualified trainer you feel good about, the next decision is what kind of training program is the right fit for you and your dog. You've usually got three main choices. Group classes are awesome for learning to focus with other dogs around and for general socialization. Private lessons are perfect for tackling specific things that happen at home, like jumping on guests. Then there's board and train, which is an intensive option where your dog lives with a trainer. It can give you a great head start, but just remember, you'll have to keep up with the training when they come home.
Okay, let's talk about the investment. What should you expect to budget for professional dog training here in the Bloomington area? Just to give you a general idea, a single private training session around here is typically going to be somewhere in that $100 to $175 range. So that's a good starting point for your budget.
And here's a more detailed breakdown. As you can see, the costs can vary quite a bit. A multi-week group class is a totally different thing than a 2-week board and train, for instance. And keep in mind, a trainer's level of experience and just how complex your dog's issues are will also play a role in the price.
To make sure you're finding the absolute best fit, it's a really good idea to have some questions ready to go when you first talk to a trainer.
Asking these questions helps you cover all your bases. You can confirm their methods or what you're looking for, understand their qualifications, and get a clear picture of the process and the price. And asking to sit in on a class? That's a totally fair question. It's a great way to see their style in action before you sign up. So let's bring this all back home and talk about the day-to-day of being a dog owner in Bloomington, from local rules to great places to practice your skills.
There are a few key rules every dog owner here needs to know. First, your dog has to be on a leash in public unless you're at a specific dog park. A rabies shot is required by the state, and the city itself requires a license for any dog over 6 months old. Knowing these basics is just part of being a responsible dog owner.
So you're making progress in your training. The next question is, where can you go to practice everything you're learning? Well, Bloomington has you covered. For safe, off-leash practice, these fenced-in dog parks are your go-to spots. They're perfect for working on things like recall, getting your dog to come back when you call them, and for practicing good social skills with other dogs. And for practicing in the real world, these trails are fantastic. The beeline, for example, is a perfect place to work on loose-leash walking when there are other people, bikes, and all sorts of distractions around. It really helps build your dog's confidence and focus. At the end of the day, putting in the effort to train your dog just makes everything better. It opens up so many possibilities for enjoying life here in Bloomington, whether it's just a peaceful walk around your block or sitting outside at a cafe. We wish you the best of luck on your training journey together.